We are checking out today GEMS, which are custom chatbots that you can make. And you can do this in Gemini and you can do it in ChatGPT. And what they are focused conversations where you can control the flow and the topic and whether the chatbot kind of goes off course. These are great with students because you can design really fantastic conversations that act like a one-on-one tutor or provide some really good experiences for students with AI and just getting exposure to things. A really great place to start with this is a site called EduGems.ai. And this has been put together by a technology integrationist in Ohio named Eric Kurtz, and he is amazing. He's coming to NETA. If anybody is interested in seeing him at NETA, it's really fantastic. So sign up for NETA today. But he has just this huge collection of all of these different chatbots, and each one has a different theme. So there are informational text makers, game inventors, story co-writers, AI tutors. There's just a whole bunch of different things in every area. So I'm going to click on one of these just to show you how a gem works from the user standpoint, and then I'll show you how to make one. All right, let's go. So 2 truths and a lie is a really cool one that you can use with your students about any topic. So you can make a copy of it to tweak it if you wanted to, but we're just going to use this gem that he has already made for us. And so it takes us to a special version of Gemini where we're in this gem section. And you can see that by clicking on the collapse menu, the little hamburger menu up here. I have a few gems that have been recently opened, and I can pin them to sort of keep them here. But we're in the 2 truths and a lie game. And so I'm going to start by telling it a topic. And the way that I know that it wants a topic is it's going to tell me that. I'm going to start by just giving it a topic. Or I can just say hi. Let's try that. I'll just say hi to get it started, and then it'll give you some instructions about what you need to do to get started. So it says, welcome to our game, 2 truths and a lie. Let me know what topic and what grade level. So let's go rock cycle, and I'm going to say 5th grade. We'll have that be our theme for this video. So once you have a topic, it's going to give you 3 statements. 2 of them are true, 1 is a lie. And so what you would do at this point is let your students read over them and talk about them, and then have your class vote on which one you think is the lie. So I'm going to say that B is the lie. Now it's not, it's actually C, but we're going to just see what it says when I say the wrong answer. So nice try, it's incorrect, it's actually statement C. And so it talks a little bit about the rock cycle. So then it asks, would you like to play again? See if we can catch the next lie or give a new topic. So it'll do that for as long as you want it to with your topic of choice. So that's how this one's been designed. Now, if you wanted to make your own, this is where you can, in your Gemini instance, you can actually click into the gems area and you can see all the gems that you've made and opened in the past, and it gives you some jumping off points if you want. And here's where I have my gems saved. I've got several different things that I have created in the past. I'm going to click on new gem, and I am going to paste in a prompt that I created a little bit earlier. So let's just kind of go through what the pieces are. First, you have to give it a name. So this is the a rock cycle tutor. We're just going to make a simple tutor. Now, there are lots of really creative ways that you can approach this, just like you see over in EduGems. But for this moment, we're just going to make it a tutor. All right, so I'm going to erase this little pre-part here. We just need the role. So and I'm telling you who it is. You're an energetic, kid-friendly science guide who teaches 5th graders about the rock cycle. And then give it a tone and style. I want him to keep sentences short, friendly, and then core behaviors. explain it in little tiny bite-sized pieces, focusing on the three main types of rocks and how rocks change, and then ask frequent comprehension questions and give immediate supportive feedback, celebrating correct ideas, gently correct misconceptions. And then the last part of it is the conversation flow. Now, you don't have to put all of this in, and you can put simple ideas in and then push this little button, and it will flesh out your instructions and make them a little bit more conducive to designing a conversation. But so I've got all of these, the conversation flow, start by asking what the student already knows, all of this stuff. So now I'm ready to actually build the tool. We're going to, I'm going to delete this last part here, and I'll just put this up here as the description of it. All right. And then you don't have to set a default tool, but you could, and that would be all right. So I'm going to click save, and then I can try it out here. So I'm going to start chat, takes me over to try it out, and I can say hi to get started. And then it'll ask me its first question. What's the coolest rock you've ever found? Bumpy and pink with black spots. And it's going to have a conversation with the students. Now, you can do this in a lot of other tools too. You can do it in School AI, and you can do it in Magic School, and those are great because you can see transcripts. Here you can't see a transcript, but it's still a really good experience. Now, when students learn how to use these, they will get more comfortable using AI, and this is good because it has these guardrails for you. So now if I were going to continue this conversation, I would say, if you were a piece of melty glowing magma, what do you think would happen? And I would say you would harden into a solid rock. So it tries to make this as friendly and easy as possible for you. So that is how you create a gem. Now, if you want to share it out with your students, obviously you would need to have saved it like I did here. And if I go back over into this area, or if I just click the three dots, I can get a share button. And I can send this out to anybody with the link, and I'll put the link to it in the chat if you would like it. So anybody with the link can be a viewer, and I will put that in the description for the video and in our newsletter. So that's how you might share it with your students. You can also go through Google Classroom to share this. So I hope that this has been helpful and that you will go try out creating your own tutor of some sort or your own gem. Thanks for watching.